The album that we're listening to today, Q has never heard
All right, bro.
Ghetto D by Master P, the classic Ghetto D.
Okay, well, you're gonna hear this a lot because there's a lot of stuff I haven't heard. But I'm gonna let him call me out. I'm gonna let y'all put me on. Y'all send suggestions. Let us know what we should listen to. I'm not gonna guarantee it'll be my first time, but I'm definitely gonna pick those.
For sure.
Yes.
And just for context, this is slightly before your time.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think my parents would have let me listen to Ghetto D.
How old were you when Ghetto D came out?
Let's see.
This came out in 96. Or 97, I'm sorry.
97? About 10.
Oh, okay, yeah.
10,
And going, yeah.
let the folks know where I'm at with it.
You don't want to hear this. You don't want to hear this at 10 anyway.
No, I'm looking at the lyrics right now for this first joint. 10-year-old me was definitely not on that. If you listen to the intro, yeah, we'll see.
Speaking of intro, we'll get straight to it though. This is Ghetto D by Master P. This is a classic for No Limit Heads. This is his 6th album though, but this is the first one that blew up nationwide.
Damn, 6 albums in?
Yeah, he was 6. It took 6. Listen, it takes 6 albums to be an overnight success.
I mean, okay.
He was popular in the South before this, but this was the one with the single that everybody knows make him say, that's what he's known for.
Yeah.
This is the one that blew him up nationwide. Got him on MTV the whole 9.
Shout out to Master Persistent.
Ooh, gotcha. Master P, and the P is for persistent. I like that. Just some real quick numbers though. Fun fact: the album debuted at number 137.
Damn.
And then the second week it went number 1.
The second week?
Yes.
What?
The reason being, the album was originally called Ghetto Dope.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
And the cover had like a dope fiend, and he was on the cover smoking, and the albums were coming from the smoke. Like all the No Limit albums or whatever.
I'm looking at his intro. It makes perfect sense now. It makes a lot of sense that would deter some shoppers.
Yeah, so Best Buy was like, yeah, no, 97. What was Circuit City?
No, Best Buy, I think was out there. Circuit City.
Electronic Express.
Shit, Kmart, what you doing?
Whoever it was, they wasn't biting. They
Radio
were like,
Shack.
Yeah. Radio Shack. Radio Shack was like, nah, bro, we can't do nothing with that. So that's why you got the low number on the first week, and then they reshipped it as Ghetto D, changed the cover. Now you see the dope man isn't, the dope fiend ain't on there no more. It's just flames. So.
Hey, but I'm saying though, is that the biggest turnaround in
it might have
Billboard
to be.
history? Because I'd be very curious if that's quite a jump.
Yeah, it is.
More than 100 spots.
It's P setting records again.
Damn.
Trailblazer. So we're not gonna waste any time. Let's get straight to it. Number 1 is titled Ghetto D. And here's a theme you're gonna see a lot with this album.
Okay.
Number 1 features C Murder and Silk the Shocker.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna see featured
the Brothers Miller
a lot on this album, and we'll get into why a little bit later. But let's hear it. Number 1, Ghetto D.
Substitute. Make crack like this. Make crack like this. Came pounding this crack. Make I hope you're strapped cause you might get
Yeah, literally.
That's why I act like this, but I ride Benz, don't go deep. Make crack like this. Make crack like this. Make crack like this.
Yo, these are some long ass verses.
Yeah, this is back in the, first of all, once upon a time,
I mean,
people used to have 3 16-bar verses in a song.
It's more than 16. That's what I'm saying. These are long verses.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. You might have the font small on there.
No, it's line by line. Like, anyway, stop hating on me, bro. I got my glasses on today, so
fair enough.
My font is a good size.
But I will say, as you heard,
C Murder off beat.
C Murder, Silk the Shocker off beat for sure.
Boy, C Murder was a little off too.
But C Murder's verse, this was a very controversial song because of the subject matter.
Imagine that.
And because of the sample, because they sampled Eric B. and Rakim, which is like a classic, you know what I'm saying, break beat from back in the day. People were like, oh my God. It was a whole bunch of that shit.
Yeah. It sounded very 80s.
That's what, exactly. And that's where it came from. But C Murder's verse gave you step-by-step instructions.
Literally.
Kids don't try this at home. But on the bright side, if Culturalist Theory doesn't work out, now we know.
Here's our plan C.
C for crack.
Or plan D for dope.
But no, that was an interesting song. But I will say this, though, and I'm not a fan of this, but if this is a Master P solo album, the first voice you hear is somebody else.
Facts.
It's C Murder. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm talking about voice you hear in terms of like bars.
Yeah, because he's talking a lot, but
Right.
you know, then like you say, C Murder has the first rap,
And then Silk has the second.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't get to P until. So if this is your introduction to P, you might not even know who was who.
That's true. That's true. But they all put you up on game, and that I can appreciate.
For sure. Number 2, Let's Get 'Em, featuring Mystical and Silk the Shocker again. So I hope you're a Silk fan. Shout out to my Silk fans out there because he's prevalent on this album.
What? So is it? It's featuring.
Yes.
All right.
A whole lot. It's called Let's Get 'Em. Let's hear it.
I need to go out and handle my business with some of these niggas because niggas out here rapping, shit I say yapping. They don't.
There they go, there they go, there they go. Pass me them things. Y'all niggas slanging bone grind. That's why I'm in the game. And I got mine. Fuck up with what we plan. They gon' leave you dead where you standing.
Ain't that cool, y'all?
There they go. Fucking quiet with a whole killer dealer who don't give a fuck. See, I'm on some evil murderous devil shit. That niggas see murder.
Silk, nigga.
Who's a goof troop?
Yo, so Silk.
Yeah.
Your early impression. You said he
God.
sounded like Mystical a little bit.
It felt
by
like
the herky jerky.
Yeah, it felt very much like a Mystical impression. Like, like what is all this in your throat, man? Like, relax.
Jesus.
Come on. Your name is Silk. The Shocker.
It's supposed to be smooth.
Calm down. I mean, and then you can't come right after him doing the same, like you said, high energy. Like Mystical was rapping like this, the rent was
Yeah,
due.
he snapped.
And then Silk came and was like, me too, nigga. I'm mad too. Okay.
This is Q's first time listening to Ghetto D, and I get to hear it for the first time all over again. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, we're going track by track, and it's a good time. I'm seeing a lot of features and voices I haven't heard before.
Yes,
I wasn't as on No Limit as my guy here was.
True.
So, you know, Mercedes, Moby Dick, Sons of Funk.
It's a lot.
It's
a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Let's go to the next track. I Miss My Homies featuring Silk the Shocker.
Right, Shocker. He's on the first 3 tracks. Like
Moby Dick, Sons of Funk, and Pimp C.
Hey.
Yeah, let's get it. Not the same high energy. We're gonna slow it down.
All my homies passed away.
I wish that I had the power to turn back the hands of time. I wonder if there's a heaven up there for real G's.
No more fights,
Alright, now, this is the perfect song to do some talking on.
For sure.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is the one. I like this song a lot because you get a lot of introspection on this song. And not to say they weren't breaking stuff down on that Ghetto D on that first track.
They were breaking a lot down.
They
on that
broke
Ghetto
it
D.
all the way down.
Yeah, for sure.
But this, like, you get a little bit more into like who they are as people and like their state of mind and the people around them. I respect that.
P made it a note to add I Miss My Homies type song on every, like, that was almost a prerequisite. If you were a No Limit soldier, you had a similar vibe type song on your project.
Okay, I like that.
Like, he wanted to make note of that. You know, that was a big deal to him.
I was gonna say I need that compilation, but I really don't need that in my life. Like,
probably not.
It's
it could be a downer.
Got them tears.
Yeah, that's
them real ghetto tears.
But Pimp C and P. So what had happened was
allegedly.
Thank you. Yes, allegedly they had a falling out over some money. Of course, what else would you? There's other. Okay. Money and women are the 2 biggest causes of a fallout, and it was allegedly over some money. And Pimp C took to record. He made a couple songs about P, like name dropped him the whole 9. P doesn't do name dropping on songs. I don't know if you knew this. P does not dish you on, or he won't name drop you on a song.
Nah.
He pulls up.
I'm about to say that's my real estate. So he pulling up. God, dog. Come on, P.
P pulls up. And so allegedly he pulled up on Pimp C when Pimp C stayed in Louisiana for a club appearance. He stayed in a hotel, and allegedly, P and 2 other guys came to the hotel room and woke him up at his sleep.
Woke Pimp up at his sleep?
Yeah.
How you get into the room,
They knew the front desk. New Orleans, they ran New Orleans, though.
Oh, okay.
So the front desk person is like, it's probably somebody's cousin.
Here you go.
Yeah, so.
Get you one of these.
It didn't end well. But shout out to Pimp C though.
Money is the root of all evil.
Shout out to that bass
Your
line.
best friend or your worst nightmare.
Niggas with me, I be riding to with motherfucking caskets blowed. Pop said, P, keep your eyes on your enemies. Camouflage and all that, murder, kill shit. Bad nigga from the bricks, blow on my kicks.
First of all, I'm a huge Mac fan. He's probably my favorite. I think he's the best. He's not my favorite though. He's probably like top 3. But I think he's the best.
Okay, I was about to say top 3 out of the best or top 3 in your favorites.
Like my favorite soldier is C Murder.
Okay,
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's the best.
Definitely.
Like skill wise,
Yeah.
Mac is the best.
yeah,
And that was a young, early Mac verse. Maybe his like first or second with No Limit.
seriously,
Yeah, I think the first one was on About It soundtrack.
I ain't gonna hold
Somebody is in the comments will let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I think the first was on About It soundtrack. Shout out to Mac too. Mac is free now. He did 20 years
you. Damn.
for a murder he didn't commit. The evidence is overwhelmingly like against him doing it, and like, but it's New Orleans, and
Well, I'm glad he's back out.
they use his lyrics against him, so that kind of
Shout out to KLC for that bass line.
beat us. KLC is probably the hardest member out of Beats by the Pound. He's the only one that had commercial success outside of No Limit. So like
Damn.
Move Bitch, he did
What?
that. Yeah,
Hey, all right. Shout out to Ludacris.
absolutely. Shout out to Luda. College Park. Is that College Park?
Hey.
Next up, this is what not to do. Be a Captain Kirk. You did not want to be a Captain Kirk back in the day. This was not a compliment,
No.
and you'll see why. This is featuring Fiend, Mystical, and Silk the Shocker.
And oh my gosh,
Are you ready
Don't you have
to
your own
boldly go
albums?
where no family has gone before? The ghetto enterprise has landed.
Don't you got your own album to
Captain
make?
yeah,
Kirk
leave.
has a
Somebody must have told these hoes I was a motherfucking rapper. But what they should have told them hoes that I was a motherfucking gambler. Captain Kirk, can you save me? Captain Kirk,
I wanna have you
babe.
don't forget to pick up your cape out the cleaners.
Mr. Kirk in
That's
5
bar of the
seconds.
song.
4.
Don't forget to pick up your cake out the cleaners.
That was a bar.
I love her.
I think that was Mercedes, if
I'm
I'm
about
not
to say
mistaken.
uncredited ass. Hold on, it had to be Mercedes.
I think it sounded like her.
Captain Kirk.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh
I
my-
forgot about that.
I needed that because this song, I was like, she saved it.
I forgot about get your cape out the cleaners.
Damn, that was
That's,
funny.
that's what I'm saying. Lesson learned here. This goes for everybody, men and women. You can't be caking no bum dude.
Nope, don't
Can't
do
be
it.
saving no bum dude.
Can't coach him up. So with,
Let him coach himself up.
no more coaching.
And same thing. It goes both ways here. Can't
Yep.
be a captain. What's it? Captain Kirsten?
Captain Kirsten. Amber.
Oh shit! All right, next up. This is such an important message. Back-to-back important PSAs.
Yeah, man, he full of them.
This one's called "Stop Hating,"
Why?
featuring Fiend, Moby Dick, and Silk the Shocker.
Is Moby Dick doing that shit again?
No, we're about to find out.
Man, what y'all jocking Master P for? He's
Look at all these haters
Oh my god.
surrounding me every day.
Hey,
Hating on a baller, but they can't stop my pain.
Got some advice to give, and that is
Look at all these haters
Hey,
surrounding me
great
every
setup, my
day.
guy.
but I remember when I bought this CD and you could order the merch
Mhm.
and it had the "Stop Hating" shirt and it was a stop sign.
Did you get one?
I didn't.
Damn.
I should have ordered. I don't know why I ain't ordered. Why didn't I order that?
You ain't working at McDonald's?
Yeah, the Kroger checks. I might have only had enough for the CD. I can't get the merch fee.
No tips, sir. Do not tip the bag boy.
Oh, but I remember the "Stop Hating" shirt in the back. That's crazy. Oh, that's funny. That takes me back.
I like that though. Even though the sample or the
Yeah.
interpolation, the very strong interpolation.
Very strong.
I feel it. I like it.
Trying to look at all these haters, man. Stop hating, though. The moral of the story, though, at the
Stop
end of the
hate.
day, stop hating.
I mean,
That still applies 25, 30 years later.
unnecessary.
This ain't no motherfucking Peter.
Won't stop now, bitch. I can't stop. You can't stop. So bitch, don't try me.
You remember the video.
Yay!
The video was the shit.
Boy, this is a great song, great video. Like this brings back memories. Now,
Yeah.
was I listening to Ghetto D? No, but it definitely don't make him say Make them say,
I wonder what made them go with the sports theme in the video because it fit perfectly. Like I was just talking about like pep rallies.
Yeah.
The pep rally was lit.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like
maybe it's like his affinity for basketball or something.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know, they were in the gym.
That's true.
It's a hard video, man.
Then I wonder if Mystical originally went last or if they moved his verse last because it just made sense.
I think Mystical going last always makes sense. Always put Mystical last because he gonna bring it home. Like, if you want to get outshine on your record, put him first.
That's true.
If you want him to anchor that thing, get you that gold medal, put him last.
Yeah, it's like a relay race.
Yeah, facts.
It's like Sha'Carri. So Sha'Carri. So you got to put Sha'Carri last, bring it on home.
Hell yeah.
Nah, that was the shit back in the day. But a lot of people didn't like it. Like, a lot of people looked at that as like the beginning of the end of music. Because they were like, what, he's making a noise? Like, what is it? Like, they were taking it like hella seriously.
Well, you know what it also took serious? Like when Kanye did that.
That's true.
I mean, it was like, what are you doing? But I wouldn't say this is like the beginning of the end. Like, this is a fun song. Like, you got 5 verses and I can't say, Like, what are you telling me?
And it's about energy.
Yeah.
Like, everything isn't always about like the most profound. This is a high energy song you play like in between timeouts at the Hawks game or something.
Exactly. I wish they would play this at the Hawks game. Now that you mention it, man, put some energy in there.
That's what I'm saying. So with all due respect to, I think Knife Wonder was the one he said when he first heard, and I rock with Knife Wonder. He's super dope. But when he was like, man, when we heard make him say, we were like, what? Like anybody can do this now. That's kind of like that was the vibe. He was like, yo, anybody can do it. Like the bar is low now.
Make another one. Make another one.
That's true. Niggas walking around saying they made,
Yeah. Make another one.
That's a good point.
I wonder where my true niggas go when they hit that crossroad.
I seen angels crying, so many soldiers dying. Tell me when will it end? Will I get to heaven? Will I see my friend?
This son of a bitch, I never wanted, never asked to come. Trapped in the devil's face, not a place to run.
When we die, go to heaven. Hell, he talked a lot about death too, but not himself though. Like, yeah, like people are like just kind of like the energy around like the neighborhood. Like Pac and Biggie talked about themselves dying a lot.
Okay.
P didn't do that. He talked about
there's just the angel of death is just around these like streets.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like omnipresent, but it's not.
Ooh, nice word.
But it's not like me. When am I gonna die? When am I going to? He doesn't really say that like that.
No, he said time will tell. When it happens, will I go to heaven or hell? Not I'm about to die.
There
now.
you go.
Yeah, it's not an impending death, but it is looming.
There you go,
so to speak.
Like
but
it's there.
It reminded me of that song, a Tupac song, the one with Tupac and Scarface.
Oh yeah, Smile.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's Pac. And I can't remember if they filmed that video when he was alive. I think they filmed that after he was alive. My memory is
after he was alive.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. After he passed. Yeah, exactly. Because he was on the cross or whatever. But again, that was a lot of imagery Pac would use. Like he talked about himself a lot dying. I was like, damn, cuz.
It's prophetic.
P more just like wonders. He's like, yo, well, I gotta heaven or hell. Like he's like, yo, is there heaven for a gangster? I'm curious.
Comparatively, he's had a long life, so
this is true.
Shout out to him for
after from shams to bins, from cheddar to cheese, nigga trying to pay the rent.
It went from 18.5 a key, now it's 18.5 for me seeing P to do a show. Act like y'all know, get a millionaire, ship and go out the door, you know.
What type of time is this nigga on?
Let's go, Silk. It went from 18.5 a key. Now it's 18.5 for me and P to do a show.
Yeah,
they cleaned it up. We got to clean the money up. Take the dirty money, make it legal. Let's get out the game.
Let's get out the game, guys, and go on tour.
Let's got the trap house and go on tour.
Load up the RV. It's a tour bus now.
Oh, that's one of my favorite songs though. Like it's It's more it's not up tempo, but it's kind of hype a little bit. Like there's
like
some
that.
energy behind it. It's got like a bounce to it.
It's one of Silk's better verses.
Silk did his thing on there for sure.
I'm here for it.
So you're a Silk fan. That's great. I'm glad that we were able to
From
convert
cheddar
you.
to cheese.
Hey, just trying to pay the rent.
What?
That's all.
I got you living in mansions, jumping out of Benzes, DK and wide clothes, baguette face presidentials, Rolex watches. You used to West watches, that took you out the ghetto. Now your name is Miss Versace. Alex
Cards and tennis bracelets just to thank. Meanwhile, I'll be home tonight, so keep it tight for these gangsters.
My problem with Silk.
What? He snapped on that.
He did. It was a very long verse, but he did snap on it. I feel like his bars just don't land because he's running them together.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Like,
delivery is everything.
exactly. He's like, one day, I know when it rains, it pours. One day, it gotta stop, and when it do, I'm gonna be sitting on top.
Yeah.
But then you just run it in, and we're gonna be sipping on champagne on yacht. Cards and tennis bracelet. Thank you. What are you doing, bro? Stick the landing.
In the words of the Grady 40, he's not rapping too fast. You're listening too slow.
I heard the word. I heard what he said. I liked what he said.
He was talking this shit on there.
He got to it, man. I liked it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Silk the Shocker literally, he could have been, if he wanted to, like probably an LL Cool J lane. But LL Cool J got like the street side too of him, but people always focus on like the LL
radio
part.
hits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no doubt. Now that's a fact. No, the girls like Silk back in the day for sure.
Facts.
And he had a couple. Whoa.
I didn't realize he was such a terrible rapper, but I was here for the songs. Was I here for the rapping? Nope, I was here for the macking. No.
He,
with my
I need
Hennessy,
some flickers. I need a Lil Wayne flickers.
true.
with my Hennessy, with my eyes hella red, got my dank from the Bahamas.
R&C spaceships.
That little synthesizer thing, that kind of reminds me about it. I don't know what that sound is, but it reminds me of that. And I just now noticed that the inhale exhale was going through the whole beat. I never peeped that
The
up just
whole
now.
time.
It's part of the instrumentation.
Okay.
Shout out to the
Sorry, shout out to the layers.
yeah.
There's so many layers in this.
If Timberland could put a baby, well, he can do that.
Okay, well, Pharrell had a spray paint cans.
That's what. See,
All right.
you got to get creative sometimes, and
Breathe on the track.
yeah, just inhale and exhale on the track. You can use that.
Let's do it one more time.
I ain't like do it. Just give another take of the inhale. The exhale was fine.
No. Stop sighing. Just exhale.
Oh, pass me the grip. But funny thing, so that was the first solo song on this whole album,
Yeah, 2 verses.
and the only one. But what was crazy about this, I think he did this on purpose. This was more like of a marketing thing. This came out late 1997, like super late 1997. This might have been the last release. Okay,
September.
yeah, second or third to last release in 97. And 98 was the year he dropped 23 albums from all those people that are featured.
Okay.
So you heard these features and you were like, I'm looking forward to him, her, and him.
Yeah,
And they all came out. So this was almost like a compilation, essentially.
basically.
Like a Khaled album. Or like I mean, Dre's shit is a compilation. Like,
Chronic?
yeah, that's essentially.
Okay. I'll buy it.
2001 too. That's also the kind of similar vibes. But
Yeah, guess we'll run those too.
but it set us up for 1998. And I know for me, when I first heard this next one,
No.
this is the one that had me
Okay,
hyped
T.
for C Murder.
Hey,
And I was like, yeah, I got to have it. Matter of fact,
I got to have it. Shout out to the hoodie.
I got to put the hoodie on.
I like this.
This is hoodie music right here.
Oh.
This is
Is it Black Air Force music.
This is Black Air Force. Where are my Black Air Force Ones?
What?
This is Come and Get Some featuring C Murder and Prime Suspects. Oh, my first time hearing them.
Oh, a nigga won't shoot my set and miss me, and then think it's all fucking good. Huh? Nigga, what?
They call me C Murder. I'm a member of that crew. Click you run up wrong, boy. You might get your wig. They took me to jail with 2 keys in my back trunk. Back out the couch, still smelling like the bottom. But get some.
I got to have this nigga out. Listen, in the car, before I got to take this hood off, it's hot in here.
Back to real life.
Listen, yeah, back to white Air Force Ones.
This is my Halo's back.
I used to love. This was my shit, and this was the verse. So I was like, I gotta have dude shit. Even though he had already been on True to the Game, that came out in 97, and he was on some shit here and there.
Yeah.
That was the one. I was like, oh, I got to have it. When
is
his
this
shit
what
come
made
out?
you a fan, or were you a fan before? And this was like, this is it.
I was on the fence.
Captain of the team.
I was on the fence, and then that made me like, oh, I got to hear this nigga album. And then his album came out, and it was fire. And I was like, okay, now I'm a fan. This is my favorite.
Okay.
So it's kind of like it was a progression.
Now he's my favorite. so if you had the trading card, C Murder, I'm keeping this card, mint condition. This the one I'm putting on the wall. Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What's that? Facts.
Free C Murder. C Murder's case is crazy, by the way. It's another crazy. I don't know if there's a no limit curse. I know people talk about the bad boy curse. Yeah, that's taking a whole other meaning at this point. Woo. But there's a lot of strange stuff that surrounded No Limit acts. Okay. And if you haven't seen our Where Are They Now? No Limit,
check it out.
Make sure you check it out to get more specifics on that. But it's some wild shit, including C Murder's case. It's crazy.
Well, you talk about Angel of Death just lurking around, man. It's just, these things happen.
That's a good point. The very last song on Master P's Ghetto D or Ghetto Dope, depending on when you bought it. If you got one of them early ones, you might have the OG shit.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I mean, is it any different though?
Just the cover, I'm saying.
Oh yeah, but that cover is
that'd be kind of cool if
right.
I had it.
Collector's item.
Yeah,
I'd be here for it.
This is for the Bourbons and the Cadillacs with the 10s and the 12s bumping in the back. I can't hate you, homie.
Play on, and we showing love. When I hear this, I think summertime though. I think it's hot out. But not even like uncomfortably hot, but I'm just saying like
it's not too hot.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking summertime, I'm thinking feels good. I'm thinking drop top. This used to be when this came out, that was one of the more popular joints on the album when this came out. It was a huge song.
It's a very cruise worthy song.
Yeah, there you go.
Like summertime. Like sometimes like I'm just 2 miles an hour so everybody see me. I'm just riding around.
Did y'all have like a part like in Nashville? It was anybody listening from Nashville will know exactly what I'm talking about. We would go to Centennial Park, and that's where everybody would go with their cars.
Yeah,
and they would just ride through the park, and everybody would post up and see everybody riding by. Is there any part? Did people do that on the south side? Did you go outside? What in the hell?
I mean, yeah, like I could drive. Like, where am I going?
Not right.
Where am I going?
Not when you were 10. But I'm sorry, I'm saying when you became of age, had that been done with? It was over with?
I couldn't even tell you, bro. You gotta ask somebody else.
So you were sheltered.
I definitely was. I was in the house. In the house. I say I was outside. I'm lying, bro. I don't know. People just be out doing shit. I don't know where they was at. Were you going to the teen clubs? Not really.
Shout out to teen night.
Every now and then, bounce out to one.
But that's where shit like that would get played. And shout out to Nashville. That was out north. Well, northwest, depending on who you ask.
I can see it. I can see it happening here. I just, didn't see it with my own eyes. But if I had to imagine, I believed it or it had to happen.
You heard about it.
It had to happen.
That was Ghetto D. What do you think about Ghetto D? The compilation, solo album / compilation.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I like it for what it is, and as a marketing ploy, I really can appreciate that because there's a lot to like about this album. Moby Dick, not one of them, but he did what he was supposed to do.
For sure,
I can't even front on that. Did I love it? No, but he did what he got hired to do.
Yeah.
So I like the album. I would I pass it. I give it a classic.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
We'll take it. I think it ended up around 3-4 times platinum. Super successful album.
Sheesh.
And
can't do that now.
Again, yeah, that's a wrap on that. Down South classic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Kicked off P's nationwide look. And again, it was perfect timing because 1998 was when he had the assembly line locked and loaded, ready to go.
He was ready. But you said, six albums in. Like, at first I was wondering, why is he still talking about, the same things, 6 albums in? But if this was, his first real look, then it kind of makes sense that I'm still talking about the same thing because I'm still living that life because I really ain't made it out quite yet. So
Not yet.
You're going to get a lot of this.
Yeah. And then plus, I mean, that's kind of what he was speaking to, what he was representing to a certain extent because that was his background.
Yeah.
So you know how that is. Some people, Future still rap about what he rap about, and he lives in God knows where, probably in Calabasas somewhere.
Could be definitely Beverly Hills.
Yeah, so
got a compound.
You know how that go. But Ghetto D, let us know what you guys think. Where do you put this in P's ranking? Of course, we do have a Master P ranking on the channel.
Yeah.
Go check that out to see where we put Ghetto D. We even have a top 10 No Limit albums ranking. So, did
There's
Ghetto
plenty
D make
of
that?
No Limit for your consumption, man. Enjoy.
Absolutely. Let us know what you think about the reactions and which album we should do next. Of course, we're taking suggestions. We're open. We got a couple in our mind already, but we're taking suggestions. We're open to listening.
I'm definitely open to see what y'all come up with for me to listen to and hear for maybe the first time. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Maybe the second time in 15 years.
First, second, who's counting?
Yeah, but definitely that's the first time for Ghetto D. So thank you for tapping in on Patreon.
Yep.
We appreciate the love and the look. Check out the channel for more content. Like you said, give us suggestions, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.